try to. Where was that at? That's on shore. Alright, let's go back there real quick. But yeah, we're gonna. I don't know if we can actually like finish up the game, but we're gonna try while I'm in pain. So let's see here. Haven't been there. Trying to finish up all the little side quests. A couple of them I haven't been able to figure out.
I feel crazy saying this, but Kostya was right. We should have let Solace keep fall.
Crazy is one word for it. You really think you can just burn down someone's ancestral home?
Dearie, the keep isn't a home. It's a prison. And now the Pargrunen will never escape.
Solace is my home. I still don't get why any of you feel like you have a say in this.
But you left.
Because I chose to. Kostya doesn't get to make that decision for everybody.
If Kostya doesn't, Mihala will.
Exactly.
The Pargrunen have always had the choice to leave, and we've seen very few take it, dear.
Amalia and her people took up arms and turned to banditry, and they still weren't allowed to leave. If anything, I imagine Mihala and her traditionalists will only make it harder to leave now. You're right. There's no use in second-guessing it.
True. And you'll date with the gods soon. We can only hope that you'll make better decisions.
Enough talking in circles. Let's save our strength for the garden. I, for one, could use a long rest. And I'm betting the envoy could, too.
Right. Looking forward to it.
Okay, best food you've eaten. Go.
A bed in a nice cabin out by the Strangle Root. Obviously a trap.
This guy can get there. No, that's it. Thank God. Okay.
I always forget there were Pargrunen out here before. These people left ages ago.
see where we're at. Whoa. Ready to go, man. That was nice. Boom. Bada boom. No Smithy yet. It's not what we wanted.
Looks like a piece of a totem of some kind.
This looks like it could fit in that artifact we found, actually.
Find a Bodica, maybe? It's saying it's here in the Dawn Shore. Dawn Star, oh god.
Let's try it out.
Not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go up that way. Maybe there's another way there. This is a way there. Go this way. There we go, Pilgrim's Path.
If you look, you can see Fort Northridge.
Doesn't look like I've been in the high towns either. Maybe I need to go over there. There's a door there, and looks like I haven't been there. Let's go this way. Oh, this is nice. There's a temple, right? Gotta be a way up there and around. Oh, you're pretty far. how to get there. And it looks like I have been. Check that out. Alright, I am slacking horribly, that is what's going on. For real, y'all. Go there.
Giada, do you know if there's an animancy treatment or whatever that might help someone forget things?
Perhaps, but I wouldn't call it a treatment. Technically, it's an injury.
Wasting needs. Alright, let's go to the shrine. Check this out. That's it. Nice.
Well met. Feel free to partake of Wodika's favor. Welcome. Please stay a while. May the Burned Queen watch over you.
You had me at welcome and lost me at Burned Queen.
I think I'd rather a more fun god watch over me, but I appreciate the thought.
Pray she never hears you. Wodika forgets little. Come to pay your respects at the shrine, envoy? Perhaps you're drawn to the totem. Or there might still be a glimmer of Wodika herself in the relic. Can you imagine? To show fealty to Wodika is to show fealty to our homeland. Without the patron of justice and oaths, there is no Adir. A shrine in this state does not befit a god of her stature. But one of her totems still rests here. It must still be a sacred place. Totems like these are relics from a bygone era. There are legends about how the gods imbued them with their own essence. Can you imagine holding something like this in your hands? Alas, this one is a fragment of what it once was. What I would give to see what power it held. Fortunately, my commander agreed to let me take charge of restoring both the shrine and the totem. I've been posted here ever since. Not much, I'm afraid. All I can tell you is that it's very old. I suspect it was built for a different purpose before it became a shrine to Wodika. If I could find one, I would. They're not easy to come by out here.
These ruins were left behind by the original inhabitants of the Living Lands, Kith known as the Godless. If you have need of an expert, I'll be available just as soon as I finish with the envoy here.
The Godless? I've heard they were ancient heretics who ignored the realities of the divine. They followed none of the gods and quickly perished. Painstakingly. We don't have the right materials to rebuild the shrine, so we have to make do.
Nice work. It even smells better here.
I've asked for more supplies. Hopefully the quartermaster won't be foolish enough to refuse. The Burned Queen deserves everything from us. The sky, and the land, and the heads of her enemies. Of course. Goodbye. Wait! You have an important mission, envoy. Before you go, take the totem on the altar with you. I feel you should have it. Perhaps it will grant you the Burned Queen's grace on your journey. I will await its return.
Artifact. My favorite. Maybe we can find the other pieces.
Something about these shrines or totems. And the camp. Oh, there's cooking recipes. Totally forgot about that. Cook a bunch of stuff.
I'm starving.
Andra's titties. Feel the power coming off that thing. It's not going next to my bedroll, is it?
That looks right.
Slaves, patience 2. Constitution. Increases your damage against goal enemy. Oh, that's what's active.
A perfect fit.
Let me think.
Killing an enemy gives you 4% damage reduction. 10 seconds.
I'm starving. Serves me right for not packing enough snacks.
I've got some cheese.
There we go.
Want to share?
You have cheese. Where did you get cheese?
Maurice's pack. It's full of snacks. I figured he would miss a little cheese.
I won't tell if you don't.
said, I haven't done a lot of crafting, so like, I'm really looking right now, to be honest. Nope, need one more. One more. Pick all that. Doesn't weigh anything, so wonderful. I believe none of this gives me what I need. Whatever.
Right. Did someone eat my special cheese?
Cheese? No, not me. What about you, Kai?
Alrighty. Go there. Look around. Forest area.
I've been researching the Hollowborn crisis, another spiritual plague, both similar and different to ours.
Dreadful.
Which way are we going? North.
enjoy the relative calm out here. I bet the soldiers died first, and then the bear died of food poisoning.
There's all that up there.
This place is gonna get crowded.
We've got trouble. Uninvited company.
Is that so?
What's this up here? Guarding the camp. Okay.
Looks like the Adirans already tried negotiating with these Zarbs.
We've got contact on the...
Oh, you're lucky. That hurt.
I think I sprained my shoulder.
This way.
Take him down.
Interesting. It's over here.
Sokka. So much for the fastest way to Emerald Stair. The land just about swallowed this place.
Here they come.
Get up!
Too late.
and see if I can find stuff. Find this. They can help me craft this stuff. They're just gone right there. Down this way. Yep.
That sunset shot might be worth taking a look.
Hey,
I'd heard a god like
you,
you.
I actually had to come see you.
You're the
anyway.
one who survived the assassin's arrow as well, aren't you? Did your god revive you? Did you gaze upon the wheel itself? I must know. Intriguing. I admit, animancy is not my field. Maybe the Adra network of the living lands is different. But I apologize. Everyone must be asking you such things. Can I interest you in my artifacts? Or one of my maps? Ho ho! So you are familiar with my work? It's a pleasure to meet one as cultured as you. It was arduous work, but I couldn't have done it without help. Speaking of which, I hired a team of colleagues, you see, to help me cover the area. Except they vanished. It's worse than you can imagine. At this rate, I'll never finish.
Chances are good they're already dead.
Let me see. That is Fletcher's handwriting. Good. It seems the pages are intact. These are Wilfrid's. He left for Shatterscarp over a month ago. Only Renato could be so disorganized. Thank the gods his map is here. It's a start, but the other assistants are still out there somewhere. It'd be a real help to me if you could find the rest. I'll pay you for every set of notes that you bring back. I don't let our work go unrewarded. I sent one of my assistants to document each region.
You might start by checking the bounty boards. Their names should be on there.
Listen, you haven't been to the wilds east of the city, have you? Then have you seen a cartographer in the area? A human, about my height. His name is Girmund. He's my assistant, and I'm worried about him. I sent him to map the eastern wilds. I knew it would be perilous, but it's been a long time since he's written, even for him. If you find him and bring me his map, I'll be glad to pay you for it. I may even have more work for you.
Nice.
You know, I've seen it all, except that. I've never seen exactly that.
Curse my brother. Oh, Stan, into his own destruction. The thief and scoundrel has taken my goods one time too many. See to it that he is punished on the wheel, I beg of you. May he be a beetle in his next life.
You're back. What have you found? I warned Kirmund about those Zaribs. It was Zaribs, wasn't it? Oh, on second thought, don't tell me.
Oh, what happened here? Oh, there we go.
Madico. This expedition is cursed. Where did I go wrong?
You sent people out into the wilds with no training and no one to guide them. Maybe take one moment to actually think next time?
You're right. I was so excited by the prospect of being first. Never mind. That's no excuse. It seems we've both learned that the hard way. Thank you, Aimiko. You've helped me shape the course of history. Come back to the shop anytime.
You did good, Envoy. I think you brought them peace.
Come back.
Excuse me.
I have just added the most interesting glade to the Emerald Stair. It seems to have been at Delemgan Palace.
Really have much to do. Be fine. You can barely see it now. Alrighty, let's see what do we still got this one. Looks like the rest is just fine, except for this.
Hear me, Paradise. Did we not come here? You, a Deerin! You
If we get
herald
across
the
with
end
this.
of our way of life! You are a scourge upon our city! The citizens of Paradise have come to hear the truth. They need to know what will befall us if we do not deal with you. You may lie to me, but you cannot lie to all of these people. You only take what power we give you. Wait, stop! I wasn't finished!
I don't know what the lady's talking about.
Telling you.
Excuse me, are you going to see the Watcher?
Good. Then you can save me the time I would have spent debunking her myself.
My friend and I are metaphysical philosophers, and we have hit a bit of a snag.
Don't mind me. I'll be over by that building not caring an ounce about this.
I say Watchers are a hoax, and he says Watchers are magical, all-knowing windows into the afterlife.
I think that means we're both right. It's a philosophical success.
That's not the point of philosophy, but fine. Whatever you say.
Thank you for your perspective, Envoy. We'll trouble you no more.
I mean,
Did we win? Okay, that's why I walked up to you.
Now
Only the finest here. You'd agree if you saw it.
What do you got, bud?
An Adiran. Come to see my wares. Well, don't I feel blessed?
No, you don't have to.
Your kind don't go scrounging in alleys every day, do you? The Empire doesn't have much of an interest in people like me. Where are my manners? Name's Cutty. I'm a trader of lost things. They come my way. I peddle them for people like you to find. Now wait, you don't need to jump straight to shutting me down. I'm sure we can work with each other. What's your voice? Sveth? Coin? By all means, take some silver. I knew you could be reasonable. Now that that's taken care of, can I help you find anything?
See, this isn't anything horrible. Definitely take those. That is kind of yeah. No, thank you. Maybe I got some. You can take all that. I don't want that. Okay. Okay, take this spoiled crap for sure.
As long as there's people in the city, there's merchandise to be found and sold.
Oh, fuck is happening there?
Let's keep moving through here before one of them asks us a difficult question.
Did you kill all those bandits, Envoy?
Okay. Let's go to the other side. Yellow market. Let me double check over here real quick.
Gods, I hope she can help. God, please. Hear my prayers.
They say a strong soul can withstand this. Hey, wait your turn!
Watcher sees all. The Watcher knows all. Your soul, Envoy. Your very soul is in danger. The Watcher can see it. The Watcher knows. An Envoy. A godlike. Two destinies come together. How curious.
many fools who lack courage have called the Watcher such. Duh, fine. I don't actually know what I'm doing.
I assume that was true from the start.
My trade's been cut off since the city closed, and I have to make ends meet. At least I'm giving people hope. Can you Adiran say the same? Get out, godlike. I have other patrons waiting for me.
Gotta inspect your building here.
What's taking so long?
She's full of shit. That's what's taking so long. Full of shit.
Do you really think the Adirans killed the Claviger?
Are you kidding? Even the High Inquisitor. They know turn to all
You would think this smithy would want to be
You don't have to say anything. The letter will do the talking for you. Sort of. Maybe you can help. I was seeing this girl, Nasha, down at the bathhouse. I'm sure it was just business at first, but we fell in love. I haven't been in a while, though. And the thing is, I've met someone else. I suppose. Still, I can't just abandon her. I wrote her a letter, but I'm too cowardly to deliver it. If you're headed that way, would you mind giving it to her? Right. Of course. I can pay you. I'd pay anything to not feel so guilty. Thank you. I used to wonder why no one talked about this. Now I understand. Nasha should be working right now. The place is called the Mermaid's Den. It's the big one with the balcony and the round window. If you get lost, look for the mermaid mural. You can't miss it. And here's some coin for your trouble.
on the little side mission. Little tiny side mission. It doesn't even show up. Interesting.
tragedy. A recently arrived envoy from Admir was assassinated just inside the front gate.
I can't talk to them. They don't want to talk to me.
Sorry, Envoy. No heroes discount. Looking still free, though.
If I didn't know better, I'd think you wanted to spend time with me.
I hope Elia's all right. Are you here to see Juliana? Or can I help you with something else? Belia? But she hasn't come by in a couple of months. Did something? Oh. Oh, I understand. Of course. It all makes sense now. That poor girl. She thinks everything that goes wrong is her fault. I'm glad she's found someone. Yes, I did. Just not in the way she thought I did. Or perhaps not in the way she wanted. Thank you for bringing that letter, though. I was worried about her. I'll send one back. That should make her feel better.
Alrighty, where can I? It'll be here in the underbelly. I haven't seen. Back this way. There's just a little alley right here.
If I didn't have work to do, I'd love to sit and talk.
There isn't much down here. Just a bunch of junk. I don't even know where I'm at. Administration. Shit.
1,000 spiders in there. Glad that's over.
That's out there. There's a cavern somewhere. That's a fact. That garden. Definitely. This is straight ahead. Gotta be down there. About to look this shit up here in a minute. I just looked it up and it's not here, so what we're gonna do is get out of here. Yeah.
As rancid as a Zaret's bulls.
It's the best I've got. They're definitely
I've heard we owe you our thanks. Praise be to Abaddon that I don't have to leave the forge behind. What can I do for you? Is that Abaddon's shiny beard? It is star metal. I've only had the pleasure of working with it a few times before. These days I work more with a quill than a hammer, but I think I can make an exception for this. And if the council doesn't like it, they can make someone else forge master. Oh, I'd be a happy man to be working the forge again. Oh, how I miss it! The question you should be asking is, what can't I do with it? I could refine and sharpen the material into a sword, certainly. Simple enough ask once you know the secrets of star metal. Alternatively, there's something I've wanted to make since the last time I had my hands on this stuff. A star metal archivist. Now that sounds like a proper challenge.
I don't really use Zen. I really use the sword. Oh, let's see here. Let me read a little into this real quick. I think I want to do a sword because I do melee.
Very good. This shouldn't take long. Let me show you why the council chose me to be master of this forge.
This ought to be good.
It is done. I call it the Meteor Blade. Never before has anything I've crafted held such a wicked edge. are most welcome, outsider. However, this material is unlike any other metal. It is superior in nearly every way, and an unmatched challenge to work. I want to see what else I could do with it. Bring me more fragments, and I can make you that arquebus I mentioned. Or, yes, perhaps I could further refine your meteor blade.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Certainly.
Let's do both.
I look forward to seeing what else I can do with this metal.
Huh. At least your enemies will see a gorgeous weapon. Before you kill them, of course.
Here it is. A firearm unlike any other. I call it the Moonstrike Arquebus, for it will strike your enemies as fiercely as Abidon's hammer struck the falling moon. Thank you for your kind words, outsider. I will take them to heart. I know. A shrine to Abidon in a forge. How unique. Blessed day. What would you like done? Hiding Golem. Oh, this will be my pleasure. This won't take long, but it will be worth it. Just you wait and see.
Can't wait to see how this turns out.
Here you are. The finest blade I have ever had the pleasure of crafting. May it serve you well. I should hope so. Anything less would be an enormous waste of potential.
Damage. Be a chunk of an upgrade. $158. That's a nice boost. I can do stuff too. That's something we can do later. Alrighty. We're gonna go to the garden now. Cause that's just tomes. This is just... just further refine into a more capable weapon. We'll go.
The food in Solace Keep is very
Do that later.
Outlanders, the Soulless Kitchen.
As of right now... We're gonna see what happens now. able to return. We'll see what happens.
Well, this is it, I guess. Feels very different from the last time I left Gallowayne's tusks. I will say, it's nice to look out and see Solace still standing. Thanks for that. Right. It's better that an Adiran envoy do it.
Solace is still standing. And so are you. We're in this together.
Just so you know, Kai, it's starting to sound like you like me.
If you happen to need a reminder, do let us know. Brooding in silence can be quite the mood killer.
Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island has been quiet while we've been looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fior, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead. Not to mention, after we take care of the Envoy's little god problem, we'll still have an empire bearing down on us.
Who knew an Archmage could be so relatable?
Can't say I'm too excited about just walking into the garden. I grew up learning I needed to protect that place, but it never felt like more than a children's tale to me.
I hear ya. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about are vengeful plans and soul-altering corruption.
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown, a land of mystery.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
That's the spirit. And funny you should mention it. I have a theory about the garden. Or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it. Sapadal has been imprisoned a long time. The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares, their madness.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw visions or hallucinations, and not even the fun kind.
Sanity won't get us through the garden. Madness opens the mind to discovery. So madness is what we need right now. Before we go any further, I have to ask you something. You told the Inquisitor that you intend to free Sapadal. Set them loose upon the world. Is that still the plan? You're not the only one. Sapadal is responsible for the spiritual health of the living lands, and the island has suffered for it. No matter what the Inquisitor said, I don't believe there's a right or wrong choice to make here. Just the one you believe in. Putting an end to Sapadal's imprisonment, one way or another. Remember, we're stepping into a realm that is both physical and spiritual in nature. If you can call it nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me. I have to see this with my own eyes. Yatsli, if you feel like running back to Quilichi, now would be the time. No one would think less of you.
And tell Quilichi that I missed out on the most exciting part.
And you don't have to. We pull together, and that's plenty.
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not. I have to find out what the big deal is.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun. Hope to see you out there, Marius.
Well, let's go then. We can't keep your god waiting. Do you have a moment, Mark?
Right. I guess I do.
Do you ever wonder how we invented bread?
What?
I just wonder who looked at yeast, grain, and eggs and decided to add heat to... all that, and to see what came of it.
Why are we talking about this?
Do you think it was an accident?
And enter the garden. There's some building points. Unlock that. If it's me, oh yeah.
Roll 10!
Looks like we'll have to find another way through. Or not.
Oh no. Goes to land. Oh, there goes a kickback. That was weird. That my mission. That should be my mission right there.
Roll 10!
Take a moment, people.
And raw!
Oh, and I do have a spear.
I think this is the only way down. After you.
Wow, yeah, double stuff up here, boss. No. Is anything else over there? Been in there. Nothing over there. I'll check up here real quick. Didn't go over here.
Right, what's it, Tane? I feel like it's in here.
Roll 10!
Alrighty. What's over here? Happen to see this. Okay. Oh. Okay. Different way in, I guess.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I going mad? What is the meaning of this? It can't be real. This is an illusion. A joke. Tell me we're both seeing the same thing. But worse. So much worse. Why am I cursed to see this again? Why does the memory follow me wherever I go? Want to know what I think? I think someone's laughing at me. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit. Step forward and answer for yourself, coward!
Godlike of Sapadal, long have we awaited you.
Finally, you've come home.
It's not just me, right? The plants are talking.
Oh my gods. They're alive? How? Where would I even begin?
Giada Castel, welcome.
Wait, you know me? How do you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence. Then we heard your mother's call.
My mother? You heard her?
She reached out to us, using the tool you now carry.
But that would have been years ago. The first time she used the phantasmal focus. The only time she used it.
We heard, and Sapadal answered, saying in a great voice, "We are here. You have found us."
But when Sapadal speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing.
I don't know what to say. What exactly happened to my parents? Tell me, please. I need to know.
Sapadal wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body and soul, broke them into a more suitable shape.
Sapadal does not know the limits of their strength. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made? Do you have any idea what my life has been since your little mistake?
After the incident, your parents were like us, and we took pity. So we helped them move on, as they wanted.
In the end, they thought only of you, their pride and their love.
That's it. That's really it. The answer I've been searching for all these years. Sapadal destroyed my family. I don't hold you responsible. I don't even know if I hold Sapadal responsible. Your god has the intelligence of a scatterbrained goat. But that isn't their fault. It's simply how they came into being. I know they are. My mother and father would not have wanted this. A good Animancer embraces death. And they were the best.
We are companions. Toys. Diversions. Sapadal fashioned us out of dreams and memories.
I can't believe it never occurred to me. They're animats. Ancient vessels held together with duty and loyalty. Their design is unusual. Organic, much like the garden itself. Sapadal's work. All this time, your god has been making imaginary friends. Drawing pictures on the walls of their cell. It's almost too sad to imagine. One final question, spirits. What is this? Why are you trying to ruin my life again? Is this your way of haunting me? What is it you want?
Well, that was 4 questions, but sure.
We want to apologize on Sapadal's behalf, and for the part we played in your sorrow.
They want to apologize. I came to the garden for answers, not to offer forgiveness. Shit. This is going to hurt. Sapadal has been trapped here for millennia. Alone. Confused. Screaming into the void for anyone who will listen. When they heard the voice of a stranger, they overreacted. How can I hold that against you? Apology accepted.
Thank you, Chiara. And thank you, Godlike, for bringing her all this way.
The time has come for you to find your patron, as you were meant to.
A garden is whatever you plant in it.
Sapadal wishes to be understood, as all mortals do. Seen, as all mortals are. What you see is the truth, glimpsed through their eyes, and they wish to share it.
Now that you have returned to the garden, Sapadal has everything they need. We will fade, as all things fade. You have already learned more than we could ever teach. We know only growth and stillness, root and flower.
We will return to the soil from which we emerged. In time, you will do the same. Our purpose draws to a close. A long rest is assured. May the living lands receive you with open arms. Farewell.
Goodbye. We need to talk about this, but not here.
Right. The farther we get from this place, the better.
Okay, that's kind of messed up. We'll go this way. How do we go this way? To there. So I can upgrade my stuff, so let me upgrade my stuff just in case.
Hey, Giada. How are you holding up after seeing those,
Let's see, what can I upgrade? Yes. Upgrade Dios. Don't need that. Glass, wood, branch. Alright. Don't know what that is.
people?
Well, I've seen things not intended for mortal eyes, and uncovered the dark truth.
Water? Yeah, I don't think so. Could be in the material.
My family's downfall. But here I am.
Let's get out of here. Of dreams.
Breath held. Trepidation. You are close, yet distant still. Your soul is small. The essence weighs like the sea on your chest. We feel the pressure, darkness, yet somehow strengthened resolve. We wonder. did not foresee this. An equal trade, we accept. The seabed speaks in riddles, a pearl whose shell we cannot grasp. We would run, roll with the tide, sink our fingers into new earth. Whisper in the fields, lift the hills gently in our hands. Disturb the dirt, but spare the blooms. Shake the roots slowly. Vengeance denied. Squandered. This cannot be. We spoke of growth. We speak of freedom when the hand still clasps around our throat. Wake now. Find us.
Much as I want to look around, we need to find your god fast.
Yep, I agree. Okay.
I see the disciple has found his way into the cell.
No. Clarion Steel. We know this voice. Why is she here?
It seems I was not clear enough when I last spoke with you.
Out. Out. Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with? Apparently, I must. The situation is worse than I perceived. Do you think you're special, with your god's thorn in your side? Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself? When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland. I have merely told you truth that does not suit you.
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red with memory.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained.
Couldn't reach the living land, so we didn't see several. We didn't know.
Chaos is a blight. It must be scourged before it spreads. A pity that its followers could not be reasoned with. Of course I did. The poor godless, worshipping the very thing that subsumed them. We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it. A regrettable consequence of a necessary war. I have no time for the lamentations of heretics.
Why does our prison not protect us? Help us! Silence her!
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense. Adir is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy. Then they will keep applying the rod until it understands. But there is still time. You can succeed where Ludwig failed. Face your false god and end its reign of terror permanently. Very well. I cannot force a child to bend to my will. But I will not stand by and watch you undo my work. You should have thought more carefully before you broke your oath to the Empire. Let this be a lesson to you.
I have nothing to say. That was insane.
I never thought I'd learn of the Godless's fate from their killer.
find a key for that. Wasn't letting me, but they're up there now. Yeah, like these. Those are superb grades or
Actual working magfolk. It isn't looking this way.
excuse me, oh my god. Yourself.
I say.
Superb spear. I like spears. Stuff I need though. Wish I could upgrade, but I'm gonna wait. End up buying.
What is that? I know that place, right?
What do you know about this?
Oh no. No. Why is this? Gods. I can't. What's happening here?
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here. I can't be certain of that. I know that I am here, and for a purpose.
Iancu. Viate. I left you behind when I left Solace.
And I've found you once again, old friend.
You? No. What kind of blessed state brain scramble is this?
Please, Viate. This is where you need to be right now.
I remember this. Dukte Dragu, if you think... No, I don't want this. Right. Okay, I can do this. Let's get into it.
You know where we are. This is my memory. when everyone died and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember? I can't tell from your eyes.
Oh, not much. I only remember fear and sadness. And you as a kid picking me up and taking me to solace. This is... I remember it, but I don't. I can't do this. I can't.
Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I can't do this, Ianku. I forgot this for a reason.
And that's why you're here, Nimdut. You can't face a god with piles of Saka in your soul. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
You kept everything a secret from me. All that time. A best friend doesn't do that. Protect me from what? You handled it just fine.
Did I? Look at me. Name a single day when those memories didn't hold me back. I was afraid every day. I needed you to ground me.
I never realized what you were dealing with. Gods, I'm sorry, Viate. So, what do we do now?
They're right, Viate. This lava flows directly between us.
I don't know. I can't. It's too much. Not this and everything else too. It's too blessed much.
I understand that, Viate. I really do. I'm glad to hear it. Marius is worth the effort, I promise you.
Don't listen to him, Envoy. If he knew anything at all, he wouldn't be dead.
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
Well, it was good to see you, Viate. Even with all this.
Take care of my little friend, Envoy. He needs you more than he'll say.
Big mistake!
Marius, dear. How are you feeling?
I'm alright. Good to see an old friend, you know?
But saying goodbye, that's the hard part.
You can talk to us, Marius. That is, if you think talking will help.
Well, obviously it wasn't my favorite thing, but...
Grief is strange. You lose someone, and you carry around a little hole inside yourself till you die. Or maybe the same is true for the dead. Your friend obviously loved you.
Whatever.
How did we get on this topic? I thought we were talking about pancakes. If anything moves, I'm going to jump straight up and start running.
Ease ahead.
On your right, dear.
Last one, yeah. Here we go.
Wait, isn't that Tama's cairn? Oh dear.
We're going in here first.
Well, that was fun.
I don't want to go back to that cavern. This is all the way back here. That should be kind of like Kai's little thing.
This room, it looks just like Tama's. Tama. No. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, Envoy? This is your God's prison, not mine. I can't tell. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing. I'm not sure. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense? Then why does he look so unfamiliar? I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. His rigid jaw, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. He was in pain, but trying to hide it. I see everything. All his moments at once. Joy, sadness, anger, heartbreak, stomachache. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger. I'm not. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. When he was suffering and when I failed him. But now that I see him as more, it's like he's free of that. You're right. I am. It's like you said. I'm not letting my regret define me. I won't make that mistake again. And we've got farther to go before this is over. I never thought I'd meet someone I respect the way I respected Tama. But you've made some tough calls, and you've kept your head and your heart in the right place. So whatever comes next, I'm with you until the end. Now let's go find this god of yours and end the Dream Scourge. When we reach them, what do you think we'll find? A victim? A villain? I suspect you're right. Let's end this. I'll follow your lead, as always.
show stuff. That's one of them. That's another one. Where is it?
That's done. What? It's hard.
See what's going on here. This is kind of here. Wayfinder. Ooh. Okay. That's what's in here. Let's see what that's about. $144. Like a lot better than mine. Andrew. Let's see.
This place would be peaceful if it wasn't so dangerous.
Is that even husband? On your left,
job, everyone.
We have been here. We were here all the yesterdays before. A curse. Ancient whispers. Do not let it escape, they said. We feel no spark of the Tibaris Inachus in this place. We cannot see it through their eyes. We slumber here, alone. Still wings, the clear glass of the pond. They took it all away. A tide of souls thrown upon the wheel. The ground gives way. We fall. Now our memory is a wound reopened. They came suddenly. The stillness of night split by grinding steel. Chill in our spine. How could we name it? First, they blinded us. Shining eyes pierced the concealing dark. Then they burned. Smoke ensnared the moonlight. The Akita screamed. No. We saw a terrible design in the roaring flames. They had carved a path to the temple. We were their true prey.
They tried to sever the godless connection to you. Yeah, that's pretty much what.
Prune the branch, 3 grow in its place. We persisted, we were everywhere. How could they cull the wind? How could they trap the stars? Then, they turned to what the Akita had made. They toppled the statues. They set the libraries ablaze. They could not kill us. They would curse us to oblivion. The Akita howled. They died. We cried out, sundered soul by soul. We broke the earth, called down the storm, flung lightning from our hands. But they marched on. We grew tired. In fury, we exposed ourselves. Our flailing smothered the cries. Were they theirs? Ours? The needle struck. Enraged machines, we tried to tear down the garden's walls. Then, nothing. We floated in a great glass eye. The fog closed in on us. We reached out, but the machines held us in. We could not feel the new day's sun play in the shifting tide. The cities crumbled. We could not save them. We could not save ourselves. Their cries, swords in our heart, a severed limb. We watched helplessly for aeons, until you. We are the lamp, the bonfire, forces to be controlled. The wound numbs now. We watch as the river of time expands. In the silence of our prison we find clarity. How many voices lost? How many saplings have we cut down? We sink into the endless night. Perhaps we should be here. Fish swims in circles. We are not sure we understand. Were we truly confined? Was there growth we did not see? The soil stirs. We have a new memory of this place. You opened the final lock, entered the hidden glade. You listened. You stand at a cliff now. We watch your footsteps carefully. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
Alright, remembrance. Oh, well, that's good.
Get off me!
Better leave being stuck there, sucker. Oh no. That shit is not nice. Wonder about you. This place. It's not what I want. That's what God about that. He looking at him. He's oh dang, it ran out before I could do it. That sure quite a bit.
Nice work.
But thank you. Oh.
East ahead.
Where guys? Here's. This is not where I wanted. Now that I'm here. crazy. Where's Texas? This way. This. Here. This way. It's like the second Wild Walker thing I've seen now. Where's the other Wild Walker? What is he? So, yeah, the ring. Already kinda got that going. Get up there, though. That's how we do this. Alright.
Here we go.
stop. Catch our breath.
Alright, okay, let me look around here real quick. So we can see. This is wild. This is wild. Alright, hold on. Let's see if we can upgrade stuff real quick.
There's always a weird sort of quiet on the eve of battle. I'm feeling that now. Seems like a good time to gather our thoughts and share a drink before whatever's coming.
Right. This seems like a perfect place to stop and relax.
Though it's hard enough to tell what's real here without a belly full of drink.
Sounds like you're nervous, dearie.
I'm feeling all kinds of ways. Anxious, excited, scared, hungry.
I feel it as well. It is only mortal to feel overwhelmed in the presence of the immortal.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. Getting to see that vision of Tama did me good. Like, I finally let go of something I'd been holding too long. Now that we're here, I'm eager to see this through. Nothing worse than holding your breath and waiting. Same. I'd rather have good company in a prison than paradise alone.
Well, I won't lie to you, Envoy. A lot's happened. But here we are. I just need a moment to take it all in. Glad to see I've rubbed off on you, Envoy. And I wouldn't worry. Our little group here is perfectly frightening, and I'm sure our enemies would agree. We'll be fine. I can't speak for anyone else, though.
I had a feeling you might ask me that. I'm not sure I've really worked through what I've seen here, but I am grateful for the chance to see Yonko again. I feel like we're almost done with all of this, but we are in the weirdest place in the world, so who knows? I'm completely baffled. But when haven't I been lately? Being afraid doesn't even feel scary anymore.
I think so. The garden is so much more than I expected. Full of contradictions. Wild, yet serene. Truthfully, I didn't come all this way searching for my own answers. But I found them. Or perhaps they found me. And now, it's like there's a new path laid out before me. A life after the Dream Scourge. We're close to something. A threshold between calm and crisis. Conflict and peace. Life and death. So am I. None of us could have gotten this far on our own.
You've listened to all of us. How about you? You've been through a lot since you arrived. You've been shipwrecked and assassinated, harangued by gods, bureaucrats, and a death guard. You've had your soul poked, your loyalties questioned, and your sleep regularly interrupted by a god with no respect for privacy. And yet you've kept yourself and all of us together. How are you really doing?
circumstances, that's entirely reasonable.
Join the club.
I'd been more concerned if you weren't scared. Did you think we'd judge you for that?
True. Most of the weight of all this sits on you.
None of us thought this would be easy. For you, most of all. We've survived our own hardships. Now we'll survive yours.
When we first met, I didn't think you'd last long. But then I saw how you handled that dream thrall there. Shook off your own death like a bad cold. And then you confronted your own killer and let him go. Takes a special kind of strength to stay your hand in a moment like that.
I didn't know much about you at that point. You were traveling with Kai and you died, which I thought made a lot of sense.
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor and actually heard me. And when they burned my home, you gave me another one. A sanctuary where I could be myself. I'll never forget that.
You were my hero right away. You rescued me from those sporelings. You got my priceless vase. What more could a girl ask for?
And now look at you. Look at us. How far we've come in a short time. One crisis at a time, please. I can only lose so much sleep.
He's right. Not to raise the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. Fjord, Thirdborn, Solace. If we make it out of here, it won't be to a living lands suddenly at peace.
Just this once. Could we forget about the rest of the living lands? Some of us could use a break.
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then I don't know where we can.
True, but a little rest will help clear our minds. Before we turn in for the night, I'd like a word in private. Nothing serious, just planning out the rest of my life.
Sleep well, my friends.
Wait for it, I want to see. Right into that. 68. 60.
this time, I thought my parents died in a freak accident. An experiment gone awry. A mistake. And in a way, they did. But it wasn't their mistake. It was Sapadal's. Generous? Perhaps. Until I knew the whole story, there was never anyone to blame. This whole experience has me considering my family's work in a different light. Look at what my mother accomplished. Armed with her research and her wits, she found a god. When you speak to a god, it's nothing. Barely a reflex. But for the rest of us, it's unimaginable. No Animancer can live up to that. Certainly not me. I thought their legacy was a curse, and I could only break it by completing their work. I was wrong. As an Animancer, I do admire them. I really do. As their daughter, it's complicated. One thing is certain. When it comes to Animancy, I need to unlearn some of my old assumptions. I wanted to tame the spirit of the living lands. Now, there's so much about it I don't understand. And it's creepy, but wonderful. They probably won't even notice me. But stranger things have happened. I believe the power flowing out of the garden drove this island mad. That has to end. Through Animancy, we could help the living lands recover. It would take a lifetime, maybe more. But that's a small price to pay. Then again, who am I to interfere with an ecosystem that I barely understand? On the other hand, half the fun of Animancy is stirring the pot and getting into trouble. I think I know what I want, but there are too many variables to consider. What do you think? Of course you trust me. I'm brilliant. But we've been together long enough that I value your opinion. I have a lot of catching up to do, and plenty of room to grow. But I think you're right. So be it. Starting today, I don't have to live up to anyone's example. Animancy can be whatever I make of it. Knowing me, maybe a little too ambitious and unexpected. Now I just have to decide which field of research to pursue. But no need to bore you with the details. I've only got one lifetime as Giada Castel, so I'd better make it count. Hey, you helped me through a very difficult time. I just wanted to say thank you.
You're good with the Animancy stuff. I came here to help you do whatever you're supposed to do with your god friend. Instead, I'm here talking to dead people. Difficult. I've had necrotic toes that were easier to deal with. I will say, it's not really what I expected when I started tracking you and Kai back in Paradise. Right. Let's get back to work then. Anyway. Pleasant dreams. So those green people...